Alright.
Good afternoon again. Another backyard blend review. Backyard blends. Hey, sounds good. This one's the famous Grouse Smoky Black. Now I do have, let's go ahead and get it poured. This bottle was actually open 9/14 of 18. So it's been open quite some time. I have noticed no change in it at all from the moment of opening till now. It was actually bottled 2016. So I think it was 2016. No, it's 163rd day. I don't know when it was bottled. I forget they use that L, and that means something different. Anyway, let's not go with that right now. Let's pour this for you guys. Now, since the last one I did was Johnny Walker Black, double black, I really enjoy that one. So I thought, well, it's time to follow suit with this. And in 2 years, I've managed to drink about half a bottle of this, roughly, give or take. Now, the original, the Black Grouse, which is no longer made, I've never had before. I found this bottle in Oklahoma about a year ago. I paid $28.99 for it. I think this one was less, actually, than this one. I think I paid around $25 for that, maybe. But I decided to buy it. Label is much different than this one. And I am not going to open this one. Someday if I find another one, then I'll open one and try it. Or it's got to be the right moment. I just haven't had the right moment yet. But they're both, I'll read to you the back of this one here. Probably getting all those nice clinks in the camera. Microphone. We bring together the finest ingredients, skilled craftsmen, and tenacious obsession with the quality to make our famous blends. The famous Grouse Smoky Black blends more peated malt whiskeys, including a rare version of Glenturret, with exceptional grain whiskeys to produce rich, slightly smoky, smooth flavor. Explore a smokier side of our famous whiskey. I've never actually I got a famous Grouse down there I've never did a review of. I actually bought and opened this one before I even ever did the famous Grouse. But in truth, this one is, when I opened up the Johnny Walker Smoky Black, it begged for comparison with this. And maybe I'll do that on a live. Maybe make that a goal. Because they're both 40%. They're both going to be colored. They're both going to be non-chill filtered. So, I mean, you're getting a lot of the same. This is a direct competitor, as far as I can tell, to this one to the other. I don't know which one came out first. I think they came out comparable, probably within a year or two of each other. Why this one was canceled, I don't know. That whoop, whoop, whoop. That's somebody hunting. Again, it has that apple, but it has a lot more maltiness in the nose on this one. There's a lot more graininess. Nose a little less complexity. The sherry effect is not quite here with this one that you get with the Johnny Walker. There is just ever so much a spiciness. It's not, the spiciness doesn't really come across in the nose. It comes across a little more fruity, and the smokiness is not nearly as intense as it is on the double black. It comes more actually as a smoky, less as a peaty experience. That being said, there are good qualities to this one. It is a much more grainy, much less aged feeling. It may be they use more grain whiskeys in their blend than the double black did. That is a very good possibility, which would make it come across as maybe slightly younger than what it really is. There's still that fresh fruitiness almost to it. There's a little bit more sourness involved in this one than with the double black. Not much though. I'm really not going to say there's a lot more sourness, just a touch more. And we're splitting hairs with that one. There's a little bit more rich note. It doesn't quite have the mouthfeel as the double black, but I think in the back of the tongue it dwells a little bit more as it starts into the finish. Comparable finish. I do get a definitive more grain note with this one though. But it's not a bad grain note. It's just probably, and a direct comparison, I'll wash all of these things out because I'm using a lot to compare with the Johnnie Walker. It just stands because, you know, you would think of this as a comparison to the Johnnie Walker Black, this one double black. But there's still a quality note here. But it just finishes much more grainy. That grassy, sweet, grainy note. A lot more honey in this one than the other one. A lot less smoky and peaty. It's there, but it's not so prominent. It's still there. I mean, you still get it. But it doesn't burst on your palate like the Johnnie Walker does. This one don't do that. This one's more laid back. It's more encompassing and building. I like this one too, but I think I like the double black a little bit more. With that being said, I think I scored the Johnnie Walker double black an 88. Yeah, I was an 88 out of 100. I just did it yesterday. I don't know why I can't remember that. So today, since it's a new day, same time of evening. Now this just is a more convenient time of evening for me. School lets out, all the kids are gone. I mean, we're fighting with darkness coming on, but it's just how it works out. Let's leave a little sweetness on. You know, I'm going to give it an 87. I'm going to give it 1 point less. It's a different whiskey. It's not quite the same. It's not as bold. It's a little more subtle in its presentation of flavors, but they are there. But it's a much more grainy note to this one. This one's bringing more the Highland feel to it with the grain whiskeys. It's not just the grain whiskeys, even the single malt, the Highland, it comes across more with a more Highland note with the way they develop with that honey. Honey's a good one. It's just got a fruity, honey, grainy note. These are your three number one things. Spiciness, let me try it one more time. A little cinnamon, a little touch of cinnamon. That's about it for the spicy end of it. The smokiness is a little more developed now. Still just not dominating the palate. It's worth a try. I gave somewhere between $25 and $30 for the bottle, but I'm thinking it was more like $25 because I remember when I bought this one thinking I paid about $3 more for this one. price on this is $28.99, but for an unavailable whiskey and it lingers on the shelf, you kind of got to make your decision whether you want to pay that price or not for that. If somebody was to offer it to me, I definitely wouldn't pass it up. That's for sure. So remember, everyone, spirit in your glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip it, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. Everyone have a good afternoon. I think it's a little colder today than yesterday. Just a little bit. See you later.